What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today some more Dragon Ball Fighters for y'all. I recorded some matches on Friday, some offline matches with the New Jersey boys, and of import to me were these games against Sage 908. Of course, if you haven't followed him, I have links in the description below to his YouTube, etc. And he's playing a team with Baby, which is definitely, he's the newest character, so this is the first time I've gotten to play against a character offline, and there's a bunch of interesting things that came out of these games. Just like stuff to talk about, like how heat affects the game, what they've been doing with Season 3 characters in general, and whether or not he's even going to be played like in a really, really common fashion. So that question, by the way, I think the answer is yes. He definitely adds a bunch of unique flavors to the game that other characters don't present in such an obvious way. The main one being is, first, who do you play him with, right? So he is playing a team that I pretty much agree with. I'm on the line recently where, like, the way I started thinking about some characters, Baby's one of them. Like, you just need a invincible assist with him. So this is like another reason why UI Goku just is so helpful, like such a solid top tier character, right? He helps Baby out. But why? Because I get really big Ginyu vibes from Baby, not just with the assist summoning, but also just the Ki Blast. So he needs something to protect him while he does those Ki Blasts. So you have the DP assist to help you. So that's like, I was already thinking of playing Baby with UI, but I wanted to play like a Baby on point, use the DP assist to protect me, then I get in neutral, hit them, level 3, mix, kill, and then I have like a huge advantage because I got the UI assist, I got Baby, I got your assist, I got all this extra stuff. I don't even think that exists in another game, by the way, that you can take other people's assists like that. I think I mentioned it before, but I still think that's just a crazy sentence. Like, yeah, I just get your assists as a special move. Cool. But he's not playing Point Baby. He's playing Baby in mid. And this has another really interesting problem that you have to deal with. The way I put this on Twitter is, what do you think is better, GT Goku A or Baby B? And I got all sorts of answers, including obviously GT Goku A, and bro, what are you talking about? Baby B's broken, blah, blah, blah. And let me break this down, why this is a question, and what I think the answer is, because I have an opinion about this as well. So GT Goku A, we've been playing against Assist for a long time, since Season 2. When he got added to the game, it really changed the game, because there just wasn't a good full screen anti-air assist like that. There were like point blank close range options. You had like a Dope Gohan, for instance, but he didn't get popular again in Season 2 till like the second half of the season with like Universal Fuzzy and stuff, right? You had Teen Gohan as an option, but people didn't know he was top tier until the second half of Season 2 as well. Then outside of that, you have like cooler, just like kind of rare picks. So when GT Goku was added, he added a really unique function on a really powerful character that helped beat basically how almost everyone played the game. It was really, really, really strong. It's still so strong that people consider it to be a top tier assist, myself as well. Okay, barring our technical difficulty, back to this GT Goku A Baby V thing. So your options are just basically jump into it and block and be forced into the ground to mix up right away, get over it somehow, or stay under it. Being forced on the ground is really, really strong in this game. Now, Baby B goes around this a different way, where he goes off screen, dives at you, and he's quite plus. Actually, more block stun than the beam. The trade-off being that the assist is way slower, but the tracking is really undefeated. Like, it is easily some of the best tracking on that style of assist I've seen. There's other stuff, like there's Tien Telekinesis and there's Galactic Donut. Those are really good, but they don't have such a huge spread of coverage, and generally you have to do something and the tracking. This is like the only tracking assist that's a B assist, at least, that you could just do. It has the startup of a C assist, but it has the cooldown of a B assist. So it's a pretty perplexing problem. You'll see in these games too that basically I get smoked by this assist really bad because I don't really know what to do. Where GT, again, you can go over it or you can stay on the ground. Baby is going to exactly where you're going to go, right? So even though it's slower, this keeps happening. So when you have Baby B plus a DP, you can basically run around, frolic, hide behind your DP, and then when it's party time, either let's say your opponent whiffs their neutral assist or something, or they just jump and they don't know, they're like waiting to see what you do, you call Baby, neutral ends, is what I would want to say. So this is the difference between GT Goku A and Baby B in my opinion. So the main thing, it's actually, it's gonna sound really stupid, you can't punch the beam. That's straight up it. You can't punch the beam. And I'm not talking about like, I'm not gonna say it's a meme response, but people are talking about hitting the Baby B with jab. I actually think that's quite difficult. Even if you're like train yourself to do that, you know, he's really slow, right? It's 50 frames. So your opponent calls him, they see you jump, trying to time hitting him, and they're just running at you to get all this free ground for nothing. So when I say punch him, I'm talking about like either using really active moves. So on my team, for example, I could do like EX hands, L hands, M hands. If I do M hands, if I do any hands, actually not just M hands, they can't super dash at me, and he can whiff cancel it into stuff. So, and I also have a DP assist too, so I could do stuff to protect myself, make them guess, things like that. If you are all super cool and super smart and super talented and you play Broly, you can just armor the assist and then also protect yourself at the same time. That is cool. If you are not cool and you don't play Broly, you could do things like use Lariat and Lariat style moves. Anything like a dive kick, and any other type of forward advancing moves in general. If you, for somehow, some way, don't have any of these things, you could do something that is just active on the screen, but you have to make sure you protect yourself while you do this because your opponent can like protect you. So even though the Baby B tracking is ridiculous, the counterplay I think is way more manageable than GT, where GT is like you have to stay on the ground or jump over it or you block it and it just neutral ends. If you're not ready for Baby B, it's kind of better. I mean, not even kind of. Actually, it's just better. But once you develop some plans for it, it's not as bad. Still very strong though, especially if you have the right type of assist to go with it. He with that, he adds just like so much threat. Like there's so many things that you have to look for and manage, which is kind of unusual in this game. He's definitely not a core type of Dragon Ball character, so if you've only been playing Saiyans the whole time, for instance, like you're kind of gonna struggle with him because you have to like approach neutral differently, especially if you don't play a DP assist. I think it's actually pretty tough to play without a DP assist. UI, I should say straight up. You should just play him with UI, real talk. I was actually on a line of thought where I was like, man, maybe I should play like my team and then like a Baby UI team, so I could just like really switch gears, because like UI plus Baby is like super heavy neutral, and then my team is like the nice balance of like neutral, offense, defense. Things to think about, right? The main thing though about him too is that his defense is also kind of awkward in that he has the monkey. So his monkey, this is just another example of like how he just does things differently compared to other characters. It has no super flash. So let's say like this is one reason why we don't like UI Goku. So he has the counter. The counter also has no super flash unless you hit it. So when you do normal things to bait stuff, you have to wait longer because you don't have a freeze basically to see what they're doing. It makes it kind of rough to deal with him when he has 3 bars, and the payoff is huge if he gets that hit. It does a lot of damage, and it gets upgraded if you lose a character, just like GT Goku. So it's just stuff you have to really pay attention to. He actually has so many unique little things that change the game that I have not talked about these matches at all. I've just been talking about his actual little pieces of spice that he adds to the game that I really like about Season 3 in general. I have felt like that, let's say like Season 1 DLC. Season 1 DLC really set the tone for characters in the future. Season 2 was like, they wanted to do cool stuff, and then they were like, let's do something really cool, GT Goku. And they were like, oh shit, that was crazy, let's not do that. And the rest of the characters was like, meh to like, well, it's not GT, so what's the point? So season 3, I think they, especially Baby's even, I don't want to say he's even more of this, but like outside of Kefla, season 3 characters all add like all sorts of like mischief to the game that I really, really, really like. Kefla actually does this too, but it's kind of subtle. Like you'd have to like, if it wasn't for France and like Nitro, basically, we would not know like how tricky she is, because she is in the core group of characters. UI is as well, but we all know it's because of his how much he can like mash. Basically, that makes him really weird slash annoying slash interesting to deal with in my opinion. Now, this team. So I originally was like, I don't know how I feel about this team, but the team does work. I mean, you have like the 38 frame block stun from Baby B, so Gotenks gets mixed. I actually think point Gotenks, you need something to enable block stun mix. If not, you just have him as support if like a CB more his B assist, right? He's got the DP assist, and then he's got the Baby tracking, so it's actually like pretty good. Damage output's out of control. Some interesting DHC synergy with the team. He long term, probably a staple in the game. Like like if there were online there's playing online tournaments. If there were offline events, I would definitely see like a couple of people playing him. I don't know how other people think of Baby right now, but the potential is. I think it's pretty clear that the potential is there with the character. Only flaw, besides like he needs a DP assist because he can super dash so much of his shit, is just like his defense is not great. And we had a bunch of characters, you know, UI aside, like Kefla has a 4 frame, Master Roshi has all sorts of shit he can mash, and then like Baby just has the guard point. Even though the guard point's crazy, it's 3 bars, so it's not like anything too nuts. So the games. You'll see a lot of these, like, my team has a bunch of interesting problems for Baby. I mean, you know, this team again is a team made to beat Dragon Ball FighterZ though, in my opinion, right? A character like Broly is such a rough matchup for this character, right? Baby, you get to absorb his Ki Blast. You have a Ki Blast that beat Ki Blast. Baby doesn't have anything he can mash on. It's definitely hard times for Pimp. If Baby gets to get started, though, I mean, everyone is human before the level 3. I mean, the multiple level 3s, not even just the one. This is our second first to 5 of the day. We played one. I think on this setup, we were like the first to play. This shit is so rough that he could do. How much variable timing Gotenks has here. Let me try to endure. +1. +1. It's too much. I guess we're blessed that EX Hands doesn't kill anymore. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted. I'm not gonna lie. It was fun while it lasted. If you dropped Gotenks because of that one change, by the way, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I really don't know what to tell you. Here comes Roshi, though. Roshi, this is another big thing about these games. It's my first time playing the new Roshi offline, which really just means we're talking about the assist, though, more than anything else. From playing online and just like playing both random people and people in the Discord on stream, stuff like that, I felt like the way I was playing it is fine. There's a few little problems that come up. The main one being that because you know the strength of the assist was the flexibility of it more than anything else. People really value the invincibility and how it gets you mixed, but to me it was so much more. Like, you get a defense assist, you have like a great counter call, it makes any character's defense better, and like, you know, we are blessed to say that Gotenks does not have a DP, but with Roshi I have like ways to bank that info in other ways and stuff. It doesn't affect Gotenks so much, but if your character doesn't have a 2-0 low, then your offense is way weaker because of the change. I'm still thinking of ways to do stuff with Broly plus Roshi. I still got some ideas in the mix, but nothing will beat the old like super jump IAD float style things you used to be able to do with them. I mean, Broly, you know, he has a command grab, so it's fine. If your character doesn't have a 2-0, but they have a command grab, you can like sneak it in. You could do something like override the block stun or something. I've seen it before. Broly though is too big and too strong, and all his buttons have medium block stun, so you can't do it with him, unfortunately. So I was still definitely working out some kinks, you know, playing against players that I had to like work hard to open up, or work harder to open up. I do kind of like some of the mind game aspects that come up for Broly so far, but I want to come up with something stable. There it is, no super fast. Yeah, it's like if it's so fast. Like honestly, this monkey super, that reversal is like old school fighting game speed. Like it just hits you. You either know you got hit or you don't, like right away. It's pretty unusual, but it's a nice thing for him to have. It did a lot of damage too. Here I go. I tried to do the France with Roshi. Trying to vary my options. I've been thinking a lot about like comparing. I've been doing like a lot of comparing games and thinking about like some personal problems still, like versus staggers. Like people, let's take a character like Bardock for example. So he has 2 mediums that are -5 or better. He has the 2M that's -5, 5M that's -4, right? So his staggers are in theory pretty good because you don't know when he's gonna delay, you don't know when he's gonna start over, blah blah blah. Most people understand this, but there's a thing that comes in like, the best way to put it is like how to play that game of, hey, all my things are around like 20 to 24 frame speed. Am I going to do the reset or not? Type of thing. It's a really hard thing to articulate, and I thought in this game it was pretty hard to do. But I would watch like, funny enough, I uploaded a video about Persona yesterday, and while I was looking through clips, I was like, man, like I'd be doing, honestly, I do stuff that's like -7 a lot. So like range aside, range and no super dash aside, like why am I so cool being -7 with Mitsuru, but like why am I scared to be like -5 of characters in Dragon Ball? And I just think it's there's some like game things of like, you know, there's no jump cancels, nothing's plus, blah 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 blah, the usual things we talk about with Dragon Ball. But I think it also comes from, I'm not used to having such large delay cancel windows all the time. Persona and Dragon Ball actually have this in common, where characters have really, really huge cancel windows on stuff. But my specific character, Mitsuru, and then my other character, Margaret, they didn't have big delay cancel windows on absolutely everything. The game restricted some moves specifically, which is fair, by the way, because it would be insane. If you think UI Goku had a ridiculous jab, Mitsuru's jab is like almost 2 character lengths away. She stabs you with that sword, and if you could delay that more than like a Dragon Ball jab, that would have been so ridiculous for her. So I just realized that I'm not so great at playing like that style of offense, but it's like super important in this game. But I've gotten around doing it with like the characters I've been playing. You know, I played like Ginyu, I played Majin Buu, I played like Trunks, who has like the weird like, oh, I'm doing backflips, so I'm plus, haha, like what am I gonna do now? Like I keep doing things like that rather than just like playing the, hey, am I gonna delay a bunch? Am I gonna delay a little bit, or am I gonna reset? Like I really don't play that game a lot. Even Gotenks, like look at Gotenks I don't do that a lot, but Broly and definitely Roshi, 100% Roshi, it's like crucial. Broly, it's pretty important too. So I've been really trying to work on that myself. He got a pretty good start here. The rough part about these games is that because of like this, he has the invincible assist and the tracking. I'm just like, man, like I can't, like I don't feel comfortable at all. Like, yeah, we can run away from UI, like we're pretty used to running away from DP assist, but you can't get away from the baby B. So if you don't have something ready for that, that shit is incredibly strong. There's a spark. UI Goku's kind of in here. He slipped it in. No one can block that. No one can block that. If you block that, the 214L is gonna hit you. Is it not a bomb alert? We keep it simple. We keep it simple. It's a rough spot. I felt like if I had Spark, I would have kept him in actually, but we'll make him work hard by bringing in Broly. I like the situation. Let's guess. Let's guess. Sparking. Get my turn. It's good to be tall. Roshi. There's a couple of cool things you can do in the corner with the new with the change. I gotta definitely have to lab it more. I did way more work with Gotenks plus Roshi than Broly plus Roshi, but it was kind of the same when he dropped too. Like all like the cool, interesting things with Gotenks plus Roshi, I found pretty quickly, and all like the cool stuff with Broly, I found much later. / people showed me or figured out much later. Baby going in here. Yeah, people definitely have been memeing about like, oh, you need flashcards to know like how to combo with Baby on all the characters. Like you have to memorize all these character-specific combos. Okay. Welcome to every other game. It's definitely nice that you don't have to memorize a ton of character-specific combos in Dragon Ball, because one, there's so many characters in the game, and two, like, it just makes everyone's life easier. I don't know. Just having to worry about the size and not have to worry about like, oh, you know, when you do this combo, like his back is like this, so you can't do this. Like, bro, I'm not trying to do that in every game all the time. See, pins me down. So that there's a little quirk there that I didn't mention in that beginning. Like maybe it should have been its own video discussion about Baby, but there's like a weird thing where like if he brings you down, but like you're it's weird to say. If you're like super jump height and he comes down, you like recover sooner. It's something that was I still need to explore a little bit. But if you block it like let's say jump height, he's just super plus. But if you block it like a little bit higher, they have to like get to you. If not, you can like try to like mash something out. And I found that Roshi's 2S is really good in that situation because you can do 1S. So if they run up to you and do a low, then you can block. If they don't get their time, you just get the backflip away, and you can like mash DP. You can mash a button. You can sit there and wait. You can do a bunch of stuff. That dude's really turning around though. His DHCs are really good too. He always goes up to you and stuff. Roshi vs Baby and Gotenks B. Roshi I think does okay against this character so far. Again, any character that needs Ki Blast to play neutral, Roshi's gonna do well against. But it's a solo Roshi, and unlike Baby, the really nice thing about Baby is he has so many ways to hit you off like level 3. But Roshi, we're trying to get greedier and find some new ways because too many characters are getting cool level 3 things. I luckily get one of them because I play Broly, but like imagine you didn't play Broly or Baby and you're seeing these guys do this weird like, oh, check out my sick new level 3 setup, and then you don't have one. Like, we'll try to figure something out. He got me. I was definitely mashing something. Nope. I want the guard point so bad. I want the guard point so bad. I'm spooked. His discipline is good there. There isn't actually anything to be scared of if you're willing to be patient. It's a lie. There's a couple of things he could get you with, but it's nothing on the level of like Broly command grab or anything. It's definitely about like heavy conditioning in that situation. And my dude's out here. Look at my boy Dab. That was the biggest struggle. Honestly, like last night, I probably spent around half an hour to 45 minutes just like labbing. Like, yo, what do I do against this assist? Because it seems like people at least want to try him, and it seems that B assist is the way. Funny enough too, because Apology Man was like, yo, Roshi B, that's the one, right? But then for the Baby showcase, they're like, yo, Baby A, that's the one. But everyone's playing Baby B. Yeah, here he comes. He comes to your tech. Doesn't matter. You go in the air. Doesn't matter. He's always there. Baby. The Tuffle? The Truffle race? I always get that mixed up. When you're trying to control neutral, is what I would say he called Babies. And do you see my struggle? Do you see my pain? Okay, thankfully he doesn't really get to do anything with Gotenks plus UI assist. It's gonna knock me down again. He gets that. You can't up tech either. Ah, I like that slip in. That's definitely that character. He's gonna re-jump. Gotenks gets his own re-jump. Nice. One, he brings in Baby. He has a huge advantage now. This type of game plan is definitely fine too. Now he has my Gotenks assist and he has an invincible assist, and he has the B for plus 40, and it's really fast. I took a risk. Here we go. It seems like people are keeping it pretty simple though with him. Roshi says, "I don't care though." A little sloppy there. I'm kind of waiting. Yeah, like that type of neutral game, it must be kind of rough to deal with. If he had a Gotenks C, he can probably threaten a little bit harder, but... Ooh, the only hypnosis I used the whole day. Remember my rule for Roshi. There's some moves that you just use once a day. I used it, it worked. Bonk. Gonna bring in Broly here. I guess even this has new tech too. Man, that new level 3 thing with Broly is mad good. I actually, like, just watching myself right now, I'm like, man, I gotta learn the Roshi into Broly setup with it. Because you can combo into it. So if you play Baby plus Broly, there's a way to do it for, I think, 6H. If you play most any other character with Broly, I think you just do, like, auto combo, tag Broly, delay level 3, I think. If that might really be it. Roshi can use his 6S, I believe, and bring in Broly like that, and then you could do the level 3. But I haven't practiced it. I gotta... No, never mind. This game is actually pretty even. I mean, technically, this game didn't even start yet, because we both have Sparking, to be fair. That was definitely a mistake. A big mistake. I could die? No. It's just gonna be, it's close. Like, this is like... Okay, he spent... I was like, yeah, it's close. It's close. My dude does a bunch of damage. Alright, but he messed up. Trying to get control of that neutral. Pulled up. Yes, sir. This is why I'm so, like, kind of adamant on trying to find, like, a new... Because here would actually be a pretty good place to use the new level 3, I think. The new level 3 setup. It's why I'm kind of adamant of trying to find something with Roshi's level 3. Something else with Roshi's level 3. I protected my team by bringing him in, but I didn't really have a strat to use with his level 1. That's something else I had to work on. Another improvement point for Roshi that I could use. Before, I would keep Broly in and bet it, but Roshi's level 1 knocks down, so it's probably better in the long run to use that. Got me. Nice, nice, nice. I was too liberal with the vanish. Goodbye, Gotenks. Goodbye, Gotenks. Goodbye, Roshi. No! Master Roshi, please. Not the end of the world, though, because I still have Spark with Broly, but, you know, I was going to say pretty bad for me, but maybe not. UI's out of the game. He doesn't get to use UI and Sparking at all. He does have that Gotenks B, so that would have been pretty rough. Instead, he brings him in. Pretty rare. This game has had so many, like, turnarounds and, like, weird hits and stuff that just Sparking has never come into play. Like, people are definitely trying to just use Sparking to protect their team. You've seen it in all the games so far, but this game, what a way to close it. That was really good. Yeah, this game, no one got a chance. Definitely give my boy some love, though. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.